Good morning, liveweatherblogs.com meteorologist Bob Acanfrio with today's tropical update for Wednesday, August 18th, 2010. Tropics are nice and quiet today. I'm going to just show you the big picture here showing really nothing going on in the tropics currently. Remnants of TD number 5 still spinning over Louisiana, if you could believe it. It's still there. Still spreading rainfall across Louisiana, spreading into Mississippi today. Just doesn't want to go away, and there it is. Watching this tropical wave here, this is the one that the National Hurricane Center was given about a 10% chance. This isn't going to develop. A lot of wind shear here. We have an upper level low right in this area, just going to shear it apart. So don't expect any development out of this. And you can see the rest of the tropics nice and quiet with all this stable air across it. All right, let's look out to the eastern Atlantic. This is where all the anticipated action will be coming. And here's this wave coming off the African coast now. This is the one that's predicted to develop, kind of in a combination with the energy from this wave that came off the coast. That's a little spin to it, but it just fizzled into this dry air. But this is going to kind of combine with this, and we're going to get according to the models, we're going to get development out here in the next few days and into the weekend. So we'll watch this as this comes off, looking pretty impressive. Has a nice upper level high over it, which I'll show you in a minute. So that's the one we'll be watching, and also we'll watch this wave behind it as well for possible development. Here's the wind shear, and again, as you saw, just showing that wave here, it's going to run into this upper level feature here. This is going to get sheared apart. Big tut feature right here. Look at this wind shear. Boy, if we had a storm coming through this now, it would just get sheared apart. But again, with this little pattern change we're going to be going in the next week or two, this tut feature is supposed to be lifting away, and we should have a favorable environment for development once that wave gets off of the African coast. So we'll have to see how that evolves. We've seen this tut feature here for just about the entire season, basically putting up a roadblock for any tropical systems moving east to west. So see what happens there, but the models are showing this pattern change, and that should move away. And then looking, this is the African coast right here. This is that wave, and you can see nice upper level high over it. Wind shear looks very good as this comes off the coast, so this should have time to develop pretty good. And here's that other wave behind it as well, and you see them, all these waves all stacked up, ready to come off the coast of Africa. Saharan air layer, again, that last wave kind of put a dent in this SAL and really cleared it out a little bit. That way this wave will come in here and it'll have a less dry air with it. So good possibility. This is really going to probably develop once it gets probably near the Cape Verdes or just west of the Cape Verdes. But you can see that putting that dent in that SAL a bit, lifting it north. All right, well, now time to look at the models. Everybody will be concentrating. Nothing going on in the tropics today. Everybody's going to be model watching the next day or two just to see what happens to the system, where it's going. And again, not even developed yet. Let's not get excited. Let's not say it's going to go out to sea, hit the East Coast. I'll show you some of the scenarios and what I think, again, long way off. But anyway, this is the Canadian model, and you can see developing the system through the weekend. This ends Sunday night. And you can see kind of incorporating both of those systems and then moving it west. And again, also another thing I want to watch early next week is we're going to have a frontal system kind of lying down here across the Gulf Coast states. And you can see the Canadian model wants to spin up a little system here in the Eastern Gulf. We'll have to watch that. You know, homegrown systems have to watch when these little troughs come down. So we'll be watching that action as well. No gaps model next. I'm doing all these in motion today. And you can see no gaps, same thing, develops a system out in the Eastern Atlantic. I mean, all the models are on board with this system, so if this doesn't develop, people are going to be going crazy. Next up, we have the Euro model. Here we go, and you see the Euro model in motion, and this is going through the weekend, and then into this is through all next week. This loop ends Saturday of next weekend, so not this weekend, next weekend. This is a 10-day loop, so again, you can see here it is developing through the weekend, and then it starts hooking off to the northwest. So will it go out to sea? Who knows? Again, this is 10 days out. Anything can happen. I will tell you that we will have a trough coming off the East Coast early next week. So we'll see. We'll Will this get there quick enough to catch this trough and move it out to sea, or will it kind of move farther west? And I'll show you. We're going to be in an NAO negative pattern, and that tells you that this could get pretty close to the East Coast. Usually, an NAO negative, these storms do tend to affect the East Coast more. So we'll have to see. But again, long way off there. And here's the GFS again in motion here through the weekend. And here it comes. I'm just going to be pointing this out right here. Monday, Tuesday, what is all next week, Wednesday. GFS is a little faster than the Euro. And then you can see it's going to take it right up the East Coast. Just like that. So again, long way off. Let's not put any stock into that. I just wanted to show you where the possibilities are. Again, NAO negative pattern tells me that this could get close to the East Coast. Whether it hooks east of it, whether it goes closer to it, a long way off, really can't tell you that right now. But that's two of our longer range models there, the Euro and the GFS, showing the possibilities there with that. And again, here's the GFS ensemble models with the NAO. You can see pretty negative through the rest of the month, and then we start getting back towards neutral and then towards positive beginning of September. So that's where we're going to be at with this system right in here. And then showing you also the Euro model, again, negative throughout the rest of the month. And last but not least, our MJO. Again, it's looking like it's starting to get a little more active here. We're getting out of that neutral phase. We're starting to see a little more upward motion. And this could coincide with a pretty active end of August here tropically for us. Well, that's it for today. Again, the next few days and into the weekend, our big watch will be off the African coast and see what does develop out there. Other than that, no threats to the United States the next 5 to 7 days. Have a good day, and I will have another tropical update for you guys tomorrow morning. Again, for the latest on some flooding concerns across the northeast United States, stay tuned to liveweatherblogs.com for the latest.